Hello, good morning. It is February 3rd, 2026. We're going to start the RPRC meeting. It's 9:33 a.m. First order of business is adoption of the January 20th, 2026 minutes. I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, great. All right, first up is the pheasant. We've got them in the waiting room. David,
Yes,
You're here.
hi.
you're here for 8 pheasant, right?
Yes. I didn't
Okay,
know how to update it. I'm sorry.
that's okay. We figured it out. We did some detective work. All right, so you're up first. Do you have the plans? You want to share them? You want me to pull them up?
I don't have them. No,
All
I
right, so
don't.
why don't you just describe what it is, and while you're doing that, I'll pull up your submission for us to take a look at, okay?
Okay, so basically, the plans are showing, a path going down into the woods. And I have to, from what the architect drew, I have to plant mitigation plants going down the hill.
Yeah, so I had a real hard time figuring out what you were actually proposing to do here and why, let me just pull this up. And why you think you need a mitigation plan, because as far as I could tell, this wasn't in the wetland buffer or anything. So what's the history? What's actually going on here?
I just got a notice to do this. I didn't do this myself.
Tell me about it. What notice did you get? You got something from the town?
Yes, so we were away for Easter last year, and when we came back, there was a notice on the garage door to a stop work order.
I see.
So then I called the town and
Yeah. So what did you actually do out there? Or did you like hire someone to do something? Or
I did it all myself. I
Okay.
basically cleaned up the yard. So
just tell us what that is. What was cleaning up the yard?
So we moved in a few years ago, and the place was a disaster. So I cleaned out the front of the yard. There was garbage everywhere. The back was a disaster going down the hill. It was just garbage. It was like old basketball hoops and garbage pails and everything in the brush, right? So I rented a machine.
Okay.
And I was able to pull everything out, and then I
Like
just kind of
like a grass hog, or what?
No, I rented an excavator.
All right.
And so I cleaned everything out. I had to pull all the stuff out. I pulled everything out. I cleaned it out. I raked it out. Created a little path going down into the woods. That's it. I don't know.
All right.
Do you have before?
So the engineer came actually.
Oh, it did?
Back to 2024.
Yeah. The engineer came. What was his name? Vincenzo, I think, from town. He was like, I don't really see what you did here, other than clean up. And I had issues with water because I have a barn here. So when I moved in, there was a lot of water in the barn, right? It's an old barn. And I thought it was coming from the roof. And I thought I had to change the roof. So I cleaned the water out. It started raining, and that was like 2 years ago when we were getting all these heavy downpours, right?
Yeah.
So it started raining. The roof was not leaking. I was surprised. Then it started pouring, and the water just came right in the front door. So, because the way the land is here, I'm on a slope, you know? So it comes from the street, it comes down, the property comes down and continues down.
Violation.
Yeah.
So, you know, a friend of mine who's an engineer, he told me I had to do like a French drain around the barn, which I did. And that was it. I mean, I showed all of that to the engineer.
Yeah.
And I also
Well-
made, on the
Oh.
sides of the property, I put channels, right? And I lined them with rocks from the property. So when the water comes, it goes away from the house, because it was coming towards the house. Because the
Yeah.
house was rented for like 20 years before we bought it, so it was not kept up.
Yeah, all right, well, look, from our maps, it doesn't really look like it's wetland areas back there, so maybe, what do you think?
When
we
the
should-
architect came, she said, I don't see wetlands here.
Wait, who said that?
The architect that drew the plans,
Well, yeah,
first
yeah,
thing she said was, I don't see any wetlands.
well, that was my take in looking at the maps for your property is the same, so. So what do you, how do you think you wanna handle this, Rob? Cause you've got the violation.
He should have had a meeting with me. I don't know
All right.
why he hasn't.
All right, so you know what? Let's do this. Schedule, and we're not gonna do anything with this right now. And you just come in here, meet with me and,
He actually did meet with him back on 10/31. He
Oh,
went-
did?
Yeah.
What happened with the timing is I couldn't find anybody to actually do this. Like, I had an engineer I was talking to, he didn't want to do it. I had an architect, he didn't want to do it. And then I just kind of let it go through that winter. And then I came back to it.
Yes,
I
he
spoke
must
to Ivan.
have- IRC. That's what it says here.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
What does the violation say, Rob?
It's a wetland
Wet-
violation. Ivan Road. He came in and met with
Interesting.
Adam, it says here. So, I don't know. Just postpone it, move it,
Yeah,
and then we'll go out and do a site visit.
yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll come out and see if we see any wetlands and we'll, we'll do that.
Snow.
Well, when in the spring. So
So
let's put this off to the spring. We'll come out, take a look, see what you really need to do. Okay?
All right, so you say maybe I don't need to do these plantings? I mean,
Yeah.
everything that I like
Unless
raked
you want
out.
to, unless you want to do it.
Well, I mean, it grew in, all the weeds grew back in, which I was fine with, but I mean, I'd rather not. I mean, I
Okay.
already spent a ton of money on, on this, I don't know.
All right, so let's wait till the spring. We'll come out, we'll take a look and see if you really need to do this.
Okay,
Okay?
should I get in touch with you, or you're gonna get in
Yeah,
touch with me?
I was just gonna say, how do we,
What's his phone number?
what's your phone number?
It's 914-560-6076.
All right, so we're entering it into the building
we'll
department's
contact
computer. We'll contact you and we'll follow up, okay?
Emails would probably be better, because I get so many spam calls every day. And unless I recognize the number, I don't usually pick it up, but
All right, so Rob, it's DV Woodwork at Verizon.net.
Verizon.net, yep.
So when you say you've spent a ton of money, how did you spend a ton of money so far?
Well, I planted a bunch of trees. I put gravel down around the barn. I rented the machine. And now I had to get these drawings drawn up. That was like $2,500.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yep, that's what I wanted to hear.
Okay, all right, let's see, we'll come out and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay,
Okay?
All right. All right,
All
sounds
right,
good.
so just hang on now. We made the notes in the computer. The building inspector's not gonna send you to court.
Okay. Oh, wait, was that the next step?
Well, if you didn't make this submission and you ignored the town, yes, but you're
Oh.
good. We have all the
Okay.
notes It's not gonna happen. Yeah. No,
Okay.
you've done what you're supposed to as follow-up. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
because yeah, when I got all those things in the mail, it just seemed pretty severe, right? All those
Well,
summons,
yes. It
whatever you
sounds,
call them.
yeah, the notice. Yeah. Yeah, the violation. Okay. All right. So we'll come out and we'll talk to you on site.
I have a question. So if if it's not a wetlands issue,
Hmm?
right? Like you're saying you don't see any wetlands, right? Does
Right.
that mean, what I did was okay? Like because I know I spoke to Ivan, he said as long as you're not in wetlands, you
Correct.
can, do like
You're allowed to clean
regrade.
up your property. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but if it is wetlands, are you not supposed to clean it or?
Well, you're allowed to mow it. You're not allowed to disturb it. So it sounds like if it were wetlands or wetland buffer and you brought the excavator in, yeah, that probably required a permit to do whatever you're gonna do.
What about taking out logs and stuff? Are you not allowed to do that?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, because I had a lot of logs, like,
Yeah.
my father was a
Fallen
fireman.
trees, branches, mowing the brambles, that's permitted. Yeah.
Okay, so like taking logs out, because my father told me I had a heavy load, right? That in case, we had all those dry summers. He said I
Yeah.
needed to get rid of the trees because if there's ever a fire, you know, we're getting all these forest fires now. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah, no, getting rid of the dead trees on the ground, not a problem. Yeah.
okay. All right, good. Because I did get rid of a lot of that. That was one of the main reasons I got the excavator.
Yeah, yeah, let's see what's really going on and yeah, we'll meet out there and see what's out there.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, great.
all right, take care.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. so
Okay.
now-
So there was a new book just published on the fires that
Yeah.
have taken place throughout the country. And one of the premises is that you've got to clean up
Yeah.
what's bad.
Yeah.
So, I'm living next door to 5 acres of land. Hurricanes came through, tornadoes came through, tornadic winds. And it was Charlie Persifield's property. And all these trees fell and he never cleaned them up. So we've got like lots of dead trees all on the ground. And that's what we learned from California.
Right.
So how do we advance what this gentleman just
It's
did?
already in the code and you're allowed to do it.
I'm allowed to do it?
But not on your neighbor's property.
No, on your own property.
No.
I can do it on my property and I will do it on my property.
Yeah.
But my neighbor has 5.5 acres and it's just,
You mean you want to compel him to do it?
I would like for him to take notice of the fact that he's got fuel for a forest.
I see.
fire.
Well, that can be an education campaign of the conservation board,
Okay,
sure,
That's what I wanted to hear.
of course, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because it's all over town. I see these
Yeah,
old
maybe
trees.
even in conjunction with the fire departments.
He's in Florida, by the way. So he's not reading.
Who?
Charlie.
Oh, he doesn't own it anymore.
George.
Oh.
Yeah,
I said maybe you do that in conjunction with the fire departments.
right.
Yeah.
Good luck with this one.
Well, hey, they stopped the alarms.
What do you mean?
I'm not hearing the blast, the
Siren?
sirens.
The 12 o'clock blast. No, well, it's whenever.
No, every time
Might
it's,
be now because of the new radio system.
Hmm.
yeah, every time a senior fell in North Castle, that siren would go off. Right? Now they have a new radio system, which
Well, let's move on to.
Yep. Loose End Drive.
Yeah. And I don't
Okay.
see any.
Sit back.
Sydney Shapiro, Dave Lombardi, no. All right, let me pull it up.
They were before the planning board
Yeah.
previously. Now they're here for just the poll. The planning board.
Pool in the wetland.
Yes.
think so.
Yeah,
Portion of
it is.
It is?
Yeah, it's a buffer.
It's in the buffer? Okay.
Yeah. So it's,
actually decreasing the impervious surface.
Yeah.
So
They're decreasing
they're
the.
decreasing, yeah, they're
There's a
tearing, I
pool
think there's
there.
an existing
So,
pool
but
there.
let's-
Let's
So
go.
this is an existing pool.
so they have an old pool or permitted, but let me pull this up. Here we go. Okay, you could see the stream here.
Right,
So this is, some of this is in the buffer. Pool goes away, gets rebuilt in generally the same place. Overall, you know, I don't think it's a major concern, given that pool is
pool is
there.
there, right?
Right, and as Tony said, they're actually decreasing the impervious surface by a bit.
And where the water is discharged.
How are they
Well,
dealing
so
with it? Yeah, I don't know.
They're reducing it, so we're not having to mitigate it, but we want to
Right.
make sure the existing
Drawdown.
system could handle the drawdown,
Right.
as well as they have a pool cover, and I know there's a drain associated with those pool covers of some type of. Show us where the discharge is and some type of protection, especially if you're aiming towards the wetland.
Yeah, and they have a mitigation plan, it looks decent to me, this plan. So
Yeah,
we
they're
have
not
to,
putting any patios on the.
on the other side, right, the close side closest to the wetland has no, impervious. surface.
Right.
Um,
And the tree loss? Any tree loss? in
I don't know, they're not big trees, no. They've got an issue with the pool equipment, but they can either move it or get a zoning board variance. See this pool equipment?
Right.
It's there now, but they're removing the equipment and putting new equipment back.
Does it have already a variance?
No, remember I talked to you about this? So the thinking is, once it goes, you can't put it back
Right.
in a violation, so
Right.
either you have to get a ZBA variance or move it. But
Have they discussed where they might move it to?
no, because they're proposing to keep it,
Okay.
they're showing where it
Nice.
is. keeping it. Yeah. So, really, George, this is your, we're looking for your input on how to deal with the wetland permit.
I think that's an administrative issue.
Yeah, that, I was thinking the same. Go to building, admin, wetlands. You're, everyone okay with that?
A second.
Why didn't he? So send to building, admin, wetlands permit, Christopher seconded, all in favor?
Zoning variance.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
zoning
oh, yeah,
variance
I'm
on
not-
the
no,
equipment.
that's-
Yes, they're. Zoning
What's
variance.
your sense there on the equipment?
I have no problem with them getting the
No.
variance. If they
No,
want to
it's-
get the variance, it's up to them.
Yeah, it's been there forever
Right.
and there's no one
Yeah,
near it.
it's
but
on the street
they have to
side,
do it.
it's on Byram Lake Road, and it's no problem.
There's a, wetland there,
Yeah, that's-
but so, but they, they've got to do it. That's what they want.
The wetlands below, it's not above.
Wetlands below.
Yeah, wetlands always above.
Okay. All right, 213 Bedford Banksville. This is for a new professional office. Let me get that in here.
But this has been before us too.
No,
Really?
no.
All right, the numbers sound like it.
Hey, you're
Hi.
up. How are you?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good, Francis. You want me to pull up the plans?
Sure. Hi, Mr. McCarthy. How you doing?
Hello there, Francis.
Good. Nice to see you.
This is 213 your home?
Yes, it is. Yes.
You
Mhm.
can
Could we
bring
let
the
my
car to
architect in on the
demo.
meeting?
Sure, who is it?
Well,
Zach. His name is Zach
Oh.
Cody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were wondering who Zach was. Okay.
Oh,
great.
okay. Yeah, he's one of the architects at Douglas Cutler.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. Hi, Zach. Zach, hi. Do you want, can you pull up the plans and then just take us through what you're proposing?
No problem.
Hi, Mrs. Geffen. How are you doing? I didn't see you over there.
I'm hiding. Mrs. Giffen.
But so what the applicant is looking to do is convert the 4-car garage into a dental office.
Yeah.
This is permitted in the zoning code. What they really need to do is show how the health department is gonna approve the additional uses on the septic system. And then show that they have the parking for the house and for the office.
And that gets done through the RPRC?
Yes, yeah,
I'm surprised.
yeah, it can be done through the RP, because it's still a single family house.
Wow.
If we're not comfortable, we could.
No, I'm
certainly
not saying
send it.
that. I'm just surprised it gets done
It-
through the.
May I add one thing? If you need additional parking, for any reason whatsoever, if the board wanted, I'm more than happy to put in extra parking, because from where it says dental office 4, like straight back, there's probably another, I don't know, maybe 100 feet of just flat
Yeah, back,
grass. So that could be like
Yeah.
parking as well if you need it to be.
do you, I mean, we shouldn't build parking that you don't think the
Okay.
office will need, right?
Right.
So, I mean, what's your
I mean,
sense?
I would like
You
to just keep
understand
it
the
as simple as possible.
Yeah, but
Because
you
we're not
understand the
working with-
operations that are gonna be out here. How many patients do you expect to be there at one time?
Well,
That's
we're really
what-
working like 3 days a week. We're not working full time. And we see patients more for long appointments. So our patients are, between 2 and 3 hours, especially if they get any, like heavier kind of work done. It's more, 2 to 4 hours. It depends. If they're getting like just a routine cleaning, then an hour, but it's more, it's all fee for service. So we don't have like a tremendous amount of patients. That's the thing.
How many operatories?
There are gonna be 4 rooms.
Yeah. So
Right? Is
I
that right?
really planned on using 3,
Correct.
but the fourth one is really just like a look and see room. It's the smallest one off to the left. That would be more like, okay, how is the sutures doing? Let me just take a look. Okay, they're good, or no, come on in, you need to make another appointment. I don't want to keep people waiting either.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Francis, have you had any contact with the health department? Do they have any concerns? Do you know?
I'm gonna defer to Zach on this, but we did hire, we're in the process of hiring a professional engineer in Mount Kisco. I believe his name is Ralph Alfonsetti.
Yeah, he does a lot of work in town.
Yeah, they wanted to just do a septic evaluation, but Zach, I know the health department did send you an email.
Yep, I talked to the health department. We evaluated the septic system at the moment and then what the increase would be, and they said that we need a new septic system, so that's why we're talking to the civil engineer to calculate what that would be.
Okay,
Oh, all right. Well, we would want to see that, right? So that's really important. Because
okay,
we want to understand what the disturbance is to your property, right?
Okay.
How many trees have to come out?
How many
all right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
how many, what has to come out?
Like trees, right? Depending on where.
So if you're facing the existing paver area, like residential 1 and 2, so to the left of that is nothing but a giant field. Yeah, up where the green, there you go. So that's all field. Yes, come south a little bit down. Yes, that's where the septic system is.
The existing.
Yes, those are the fields there, and I'm sure we have so much space we can expand there.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
we want to see what that
Mhm.
is.
Okay. And then, everybody moved out of the house, so it's just me and my parents. So it's just, yeah. And then we're going to be getting rid of 1 bedroom on the first floor.
Okay, Zach, yeah, can you go back to that site plan?
Sure.
So another comment that I have
Yes.
is, what is the distance between the edge of the parking spaces opposite the former garage doors and the spaces, right? Is that deep enough to get in and out? Oh, 23 and
I don't know how you're gonna do 23 with that. You need office spot 4.
Yeah, you're really gonna need like a little bump out to get out there, and it should be 24 feet. So you should bump out a little bit, on the,
Right.
On
Can
the
he
depth.
push into the wall on the right?
is there a wall
those-
there?
Can we pull up the satellite for a second?
Yeah,
I
we
think
just.
that there's a big retaining wall there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you toggle over, you can see I had a pickup truck and I'm able to do a solid turn there and back. Yeah.
You can do a solid turn.
Like basically you can come out of the garage and with a car behind you, you can still get out. But on this right side, if you need me to, I can certainly push whatever we need to so that it's more parking or an easier turn area, whatever you need there on that grassy field. Because
All right,
even
well, yeah,
here
well, maybe you have
it's a
the
big
extra
heavy
spot
retaining
on the
wall.
other side, right? So
Okay.
Zach, go back to the site plan. Maybe you don't have dental office 4 space, right?
Yeah.
And then it just gets put next to 8, dental office 8 space instead. Yeah, maybe it's there and you expand it in that spot.
You know what we normally do? Let's say in the winter when there's a lot of snow and stuff, I'll put a car like, especially if I had the pickup truck there, I'm able to put it not this way, but I can turn it a little bit
Oh,
and
yeah,
have
yeah.
plenty of room
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah,
by.
yeah. If it
Yeah, like
fits
that.
that way, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
You-
You just have to show that there's enough aisle width to do it. But yeah, they don't,
Okay.
they, that. Yeah.
It's handicap spots too
Are
small.
there exterior changes?
There are exterior changes. Yeah, we could go over that in a sec. But what was that, Rob?
This handicap spot
So-
is small, too small.
So did you hear that? The handicap is not big enough. Yeah,
So, 8 feet.
yeah, 8 feet. It's gotta be, not
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Yep.
Could we shift everything to the left a little bit? This is
Let's
nothing
just-
but grass. If you
We
want to
should
see
have
more space, sure.
it over 3 feet.
Yeah, however you want to do it. So yeah, just these minor things. All right, why don't you show,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you actually plan stripe, I mean, he plans on striping this,
yeah, you
a
should,
residential house?
yeah, this is gonna be the office parking.
Okay.
I mean, do we not want him to? I mean,
Here's the proposed floor plan.
yeah, do you have the exterior elevations?
Yeah, I'm just noticing it's not on this.
Viable, $2.5 million house. You
You
know,
can always do little blocks at the beginning, in front of it, but people are
I
gonna
mean,
go all over the place.
we don't make people do that with 2-family houses.
No.
So, I mean, as long as it shows on the plan that he can meet it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah,
I have another idea if you really want me to was it called striking?
Well, we were striping, we were saying
Yeah.
maybe you don't need to do it and.
Okay, I mean, I could
I mean, my
always
feeling
do
as long as
like
you
a
show
recessed
that
Belgian block if you
dramatically-
want.
park the vehicles there, I don't see a reason to stripe it, because then it's gonna really start to look too commercial.
I
In
don't
a residential neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I don't want to detract from, then you're gonna get complaints from homeowners.
Well, no,
In this case, you
Yeah,
can't see the
fine.
house, but you're right.
Yeah, I mean, but if
You're
you
right.
could see it, you're gonna get,
You're right,
always running the
100%.
business out of there. or-
100%. I totally agree with you,
Yeah.
Rob.
I don't want to detract.
You're right. You're right.
It's
Or
such a beautiful
if you
house.
want, we could do just like a little like a planter with like a little sign like park here and it's removable.
I don't think you need to do it.
Okay, yeah.
I think we'll
Yeah, I
figure
agree
it
that-
out.
There's so much room. How
Yeah.
often Francis is saying that
Well,
the
he knows
business
that
actually
park-
can use it. I
Maybe
think
just
that's a
go
good idea.
And just handicap, just give them the handicap spot, so they know that,
Yeah.
to give the handicap.
Not support, yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
it.
Or we could always, cut the pavement and put like a recessed Belgian block so it's just
There you
flush, so
That
gives a
do
little
that.
character if
Put
you
a
want.
paver in around Francis and
Yeah,
Yeah,
let the paver act as a demarcation.
perfect. If we need to, sure.
all right, so Zach, you had the elevations up there for a sec, put those back. Yeah, so that was the right is where the garages were. So,
So the upstairs is existing, and then
Yep.
the bottom would just be the windows and matching siding in place of the garage doors.
right, and then on the front elevation, that's the new entrance to the office, which looks
Looks good.
good. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. And then, later down the road, if if we ever were to sell or something like that, I'm envisioning that this could be, take everything could be taken out, and then it could be possibly like a master bedroom on the first floor for a two-family or something, when, just an idea, or
Mhm.
a different entrance. But that's, for a later conversation, I guess.
Yeah, I think your main issue here is you're gonna have to meet handicap accessibility, so steps, all that stuff, ramps. You're gonna have, adjust for all that,
Mhm.
so.
I think currently we have two. I wanted to match what the existing stairs look like on the office entrance side. So it matches the character of the house, so it looks just like it's a like
But
kind
you
of
have to be able to
like a
have
nice little
stairs.
side door with a ramp for any, patients who may require a ramp.
Yeah, didn't you have a ramp on the
There's a ramp on
plans?
this?
Yeah.
There's a ramp right here.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yes,
All right,
yes,
good.
yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so we've got to decide. How comfortable are you? Do you want to see the septic plan? Do you want to just allow them to deal with it?
I'm not worried about the septic at all. I mean,
Okay.
given the regulation changes in the septic.
Yep.
The septic might not even change.
Well, they said, the health department said they needed a new one.
I mean, it's a new, for what reason?
Expansion. I think. I don't know.
Right.
I
It's figured if you have to cut trees,
I wanted
they
to
come back.
ask a question when you're
If
finished.
you have to cut trees or
Yeah.
something, they can come back. If not, I mean, really, what are you gonna do anyway? If they have to cut trees?
I agree, yeah.
Nothing we're gonna do
I don't have a
anyway.
problem with the
No,
septic.
and I think the plan looks really good, so,
I just make a motion to approve it.
Maybe expand it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a new house, it would have a new system.
I mean, all I'm getting at is once you do the recalcs, I don't know. Who knows? It's not-
all right, so Rob made a motion to send this to the building department.
I'll second.
Christopher seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so it looks good. We're gonna put together whatever comments you need to address.
Sure.
And, once, then you'll resubmit everything to the building department and the engineer. And when
Okay.
everything's squared away, you'll be able to get permits from the building department.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And I just had one quick question.
Yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
in order to comply with the health department, although their regulations are based on very old code, and that's fine, we'll comply with everything. Is there a way that once the town, approves everything, I could at least get a head start on building and just address the septic before a C of O? Because right now we're 2 feet of snow.
So you're saying you want to get
He
a
wants
building
the
permit
building
without
permit
the health
prior.
department? I don't,
No way.
I don't.
Or-
I don't-
Contingent upon, just not getting the C of O, contingent upon, because it's gonna take me, 2 to 3 months at least to, do it myself. Like, we wouldn't do anything, and because we do have to do let's say we're gonna redo the septic, but that's like a spring project when there's no snow, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, I can't issue a building permit without health department approval.
Okay,
Francis, the problem with that is, let's just say,
Yes.
God forbid, it didn't get approved, for whatever reason.
mhm,
And then you went ahead and took action to do some improvement.
sure,
That improvement could be null and void effectively by the fact that the septic wasn't approved. It creates a big problem.
okay, no, I understand that completely. Okay, let me do this. I will, talk with, Ralph Alfonsetti, and we're getting that rolling. I have a call with him 1 o'clock today. And, I'll keep everybody abreast of the, design and everything that they require us to do.
Well, okay, but you don't really need to keep us apprised.
Okay,
We're gonna put we're done with this committee. You're gonna have all the details, and then once you have everything, unless you have
Mhm.
any specific questions, then you'll submit everything and, you'll be good.
I would
Okay,
make an
perfect.
application to the building department for a code review.
Yeah,
So that's getting done and simultaneously with the health department approval.
yeah, good idea.
What's the code review?
Well, New York State Building Code Review. We'll look at these plans to make sure they meet New York State code.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And you
Got
can
it.
submit for your building permit and then we'll review it.
Got it. I know that we already submitted the building permit, but of course, we're going to make the required changes that we suggested today.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you very
Set.
much.
Good
Okay.
luck, Francis.
Okay,
care.
it's nice to see everybody. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Exactly, you know, think of an increased like sort of one trench line thing.
Yeah.
Try and find.
I have one quick question. Took about one quick question. Can I go forward without? Department of Health?
No, we get that question at planning board.
No, we want to move concurrently, but
Yeah, you currently, that's.
That's exactly right. Doesn't work out.
sequentially,
That's
that's
the
the
question.
All right. You guys ready?
Everybody wants.
Kevney?
Yeah, currently. Gotta go
You
sequentially.
ready?
Although the health department can do concurrently, because like Bob said, he'll review while they're looking at that too. So they can move it along when the building department.
Focused on you. Look at that, Rob.
Yeah, thanks. Handsome guy in the move.
Guys, you're all on mute. We can't hear you.
And we're dying to hear you. I think it's what this.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just
hi.
waiting for the guys are all on.
Good morning.
What's that?
Oh, I think they're all coming on now. Thank you.
Yeah, no, everyone's here. All right, so just, I want to tell the committee where we are, what we're doing. So we've got a new block to discuss. I also put on the agenda the last two blocks that we reviewed. So one of those blocks, we said, just come back. And then for the first block was, we wanted to move it forward, but we didn't have the information on the material and color, so we said, send that to the ARB, or not to the ARB, to Sue to take a look at. But we've now received the plan from Toll that shows the color and materials for the whole development. So
That
I'm
were
thinking
previously approved by ARB.
that was actually approved by the ARB?
Not each house.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Every
okay.
single
Yes.
home in the development
But
had a prescriptive approval to meet 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 approximate distribution of the color schemes throughout the community. That
So
was
we've
what was
got-
in the ARB
Got
approval.
that now. Kevin, that plan that you sent to me, can you share it or do you want me to pull it up?
I didn't think that we were commenting on it.
All right, I'm gonna just pull it up. So Sue can see it.
I also have a question.
Well,
On
one
these.
thing at a time here.
Okay.
Let me just.
I can grab it, Adam.
I've got it here. So this is what the RPRC had asked for. And I want to share it. Except for this to load up. So I think this answers. Yes, it's just gotta populate here.
That would actually be interesting for color coding.
It's color coded, but I don't know
It is?
why it's not showing here.
Let's see what's going on.
Maybe Kevin has his color coding.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know he submitted it. I was looking at it.
Can I share, Adam?
Oh, there it is.
There
it
you
is.
go.
Okay. So Sue. I think this addresses what you were concerned with, right? It shows each block of buildings. It shows the color and it shows the material. In the color key. So if we could agree that this is the template, then, you know, we have this for all of the RPRC submissions that they'll submit.
Okay, but I don't see what these colors are.
Okay, let me zoom in.
They look like they're pink and green.
No,
No, it's just color.
Dark gray, light gray, and
It's
white.
all
Dark
here.
gray, light gray, and white.
I'm
But if he color coded it that way, you might not be
wouldn't
able to
see it.
tell.
right, so
You
here,
know?
see, we've got the siding, the windows, the doors. And what they're gonna look like. So the dark gray, light gray, and white. So that's how they're distributed.
Mhm.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I think this plan goes a long way to satisfying the concerns of the ARB, and I think it addresses the letter to the planning board effectively too.
Correct.
I want to know where these affordable houses are.
Right here.
Hmm.
See this where my hand is?
Yes,
Right there.
that's one building.
Yeah.
But we're looking at how many buildings are affordable.
Portable units are distributed throughout the site, Sue.
All right.
And
I
these,
have-
but these are the 4 that they've submitted
Okay,
for, you know, right now, for building permits. And the locations were already determined
okay.
previously.
I'm just looking at the architecture
Yeah,
of the affordable building.
That was approved by ARB previously.
right. These were the models that they
Right,
submitted.
okay.
Yeah, all project architecture was approved by ARB.
Sue, may I put something out to you here? What I think is important for you to look at, based on some of the conversations I've had with Kevney and with you, I think you want to look at the distribution of this color schematic. As you see, as he's done it here, it gives you a sense of how the light gray, the dark gray, and the white is
And then-
distributed.
And they're not, and they're
Every
not,
other,
they're not clustered, which was a concern.
right.
So I think this is what we needed to see. So
There's nice variety.
a nice variety, yes.
Mhm.
So Kevney, I know in your email yesterday, you were concerned with what the RPRC comments were besides the architecture. and material.
So I'll go on a quick diatribe on that.
Yeah.
A couple concerns. This board is really, I think, you guys can agree on this, is made for single family home development, correct?
Yeah,
Those
Resident.
single family homes don't go through a 5-year, unbelievably rigorous approval process as we did, where engineering, planting, architecture, everything about this project was vetted to an nth degree. I think we can all agree on that. What is difficult for me is understanding where government and review ends. I got my approvals. We got our approvals for this project. And it's frustrating to us to have building permits held up on issues that have already been litigated and finalized. For example, retaining wall details were submitted prior to final site plan signature and approved by the town engineer. To have that comment show up on an RPRC review, I see it as a slap in our face.
well, did you follow up with the engineer? What was,
The thing is, Adam, I shouldn't have to. I tried calling John yesterday, but every
Okay.
day we lose matters to us. I know it might not matter to you guys, but it does matter to us. And every day we lose on issues that have already been litigated.
yeah,
just
no, there's no,
does not
yes,
sit well.
agree. If this was information that is already been determined and just needs to
Well,
be
right,
on.
but Adam, every comment that shows up on an RPRC review, like the AFFH stuff, like Roland's already signed off on everything related to AFFH.
Those were conditions that are required before the issuance of the building permits. So,
and that's,
question-
and Adam, they're done.
great, okay, so this is what the building department needs to issue the permit. So if they're done,
Here's, here's my point. All of this has already been approved. It's just lost in translation. And for us to have to go and dig it up again, and I have to email Roland to say, Roland, can you confirm with Rob that all of the AFFH stuff is complete? Like,
That has to happen. That has to happen. So they're two different.
Adam,
No, Kevin, let me explain. There's an explanation here.
Yeah.
So you've got a condition approval, right? And some things are required before the signing of the site plan. And then there are certain things that are required before the issuance of a building permit. And then there are certain items that are required prior to the issuance of a CO.
and
So,
most
yeah.
of those are overlapping, Adam.
What do you mean overlapping?
As in what was required for AFFH for building permit and for final site plan are the same. And I've already satisfied them. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
I don't know. I don't know. But before the building department can issue that permit, they've got to check those boxes that those items are.
Well,
done.
the burden
Well, if
of
you say-
proof, Adam, the burden of proof and the time delay shouldn't hurt me.
Kevin,
I've
I don't know what
already
to
done
tell
the
you.
work, right? Like,
Yeah,
can we
This
just
is
like have?
how, these are the checks and balances that the town has.
Okay. Okay, well, and I respect how you guys do things in town. I think, as I've always said, I love working with you guys. I think you have a terrific staff and a great organization within the town. However, ordinarily, for any other municipality I have worked with, this RPRC process doesn't exist. I submit for a building permit. I've already satisfied my conditions. I don't have to provide the burden of proof again.
Kevin, that's not necessarily true, because let's say there wasn't any RPRC.
So you're telling
conditions
me-
prior to the issuance of the building permit still exist. And the town engineer is still gonna review a site plan, whether you submit it to the RPRC or to the building department.
Well, why would he review a site plan again? That doesn't happen in my experience. I've literally had the engineer sign off on the entire project, every detail of the engineering. And you know that was like a 5-year process.
Before any building permit is issued, it's gonna get signed off by the building department and the town.
Flat, and no one in their right mind is telling me to move a swale 5 feet. They're doing what is practical, which is fix it in the field, guys, and show it on an as-built. It's not a condition to me getting a building permit. Like, when you ask for a review, it's the reviewer's people to give you comments. Right? It's like every time you queue up a review, it's going to be more comments because that's the purpose of the review. This is just another layer or an impediment to us progressing our project.
I think part of the problem here is what I'm seeing is everybody agreed to a resolution that came out of the planning board. This honestly should have been brought up during the planning board prior to the signing of the resolution.
These aren't unusual conditions.
I'm not saying they are, but Kevin had problems with them before signing the resolution, and
I have no problem
should
with the
have brought it
conditions,
up
Rob.
to them. They read the resolution. That's all I'm saying.
There's
Guys,
no way it would have been different. There's certain legal things that need to be checked off before you issue a building permit for an affordable unit. Kevin, I get it. If you say it's all done, fine, then we'll just make sure it's all done and everything's good. But we can't mess this up. And it's written that way for your project and other projects, so there aren't problems.
Adam, we've done nothing but do everything right.
I'm not suggesting it. Yeah.
Adam, can we lay out for his benefit now, what's the pathway to resolve the problem? You just spell out for him the pathway, the most expeditious pathway.
We did.
What does he need to do?
That's in those determination letters. So today,
So Adam, the only AFFH thing, I'm looking at our site plan approvals right now, is item 9 under site plan approval. All it says is that we have to have AFFH units that comply with all the necessary codes. It doesn't say I need to provide a burden of proof. I'm literally looking at the resolution.
Can we give him approval for what he came for today?
yes.
And then let's do that.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to resolve that right this second, Kevin, without having all that in front of me.
Well, I think if we're gonna
think the other
talk about
problem-
what's in the resolutions, I think we need to be succinct and accurate and truthful about what is in the resolutions.
All those items came from the resolutions. I don't know which one you're looking at.
They're being misinterpreted, in my opinion. Whoever is putting that together is not actually thinking about what they're writing before they write it. It's just a regurgitate. Oh, I see this. I'm gonna put it on here. Well, does it actually apply, and are you wasting my time? Is
We're
the
not
question.
wasting- All right, well,
I
let's.
think the other problem
Let's
we're
think
gonna have
we can
here,
move this forward.
I think the other problem we have here is he's gonna keep coming, have to come back and back.
But
and
he's
back
trying
and
to
back.
resolve that a little
We
bit.
need to, I think we need
Yeah.
to resolve the fact that he needs to just complete this in one shot. There should be no
Well,
reason
I'm
for him to
good
keep
with
coming
the
back.
Colors for the rest of the project.
What's that?
I'm good with the colors for the
yeah.
rest of the
We have that.
project.
Yeah.
So is there any
But
other
the
reason he needs to come back
architecture of the rest of
after,
the-
after
Well,
that?
how many is he applying for today? Is this the list for everything on the site?
Well, that's
No,
what I'm
today.
trying to get at.
That's open. Yeah.
Can we approve this pending his other applications for the rest of them, so he doesn't have to come back again?
Well, how do we approve something that he didn't apply for?
Right, right, you didn't apply for it yet. We did
Well,
have.
if they come in with a balance. of
Listen,
them.
what would be helpful, I think, is if you guys have a list of things like the FH or whatever, I don't know what else, but if there's a list of stuff that's gonna appear on every application, right, as a comment, let's suss those out now so they don't come up every time.
That's what we've been doing, right? Building height was one of them, putting that on there. I mean, there's not much. There's
Hey,
not
hey,
much.
Adam, I'm sorry. So I saw the building height like on every
Yeah.
one of the termination
Yeah.
letters. I believe, so it may not have been submitted on this submittal, but I believe, Rob, you may have had that submitted in each building permit to you. You know what I mean? So like we can include that going forward. I don't know. I know
Yeah,
Kate's
just
listening.
if
I don't
you
know if that
include it-
was, but it was already included in the building permit, but we have that, we can provide that now for you guys as well, but it was already submitted in previous
I think
applications.
one of the problems that we're having with the code review end of things is you guys are not setting cover letters and going item for item. Which is making it extremely difficult for my plan reviewer to kind of figure out where everything is on the plans. Gotta put cover letters and address all the items so that it makes his life a lot easier. He goes through it a lot faster and things just move along a lot.
Yeah, I
faster.
think the last
Just
time,
submitting
Rob,
a pile of plans to us and having us try to figure out all the changes. I mean, those plans are 1.5 inches thick.
yeah, I
Wow.
think I think on
A lot of excessive time that we're wasting here.
yeah,
with
look,
no cover letter.
we don't want to do that either. And I think the last submission that we did had the cover letters when me and Kate were down there a couple weeks ago. So going forward, yeah, and I think we did that on the last go around with the cover letter. Kate, can you
No,
confirm
last-
that?
Again,
the
I've been
last
asking for cover letters. You know,
The
you
last
may
12 we-
first gave me the cover letter this time around, but the last
Right.
couple, you did it.
The
Okay,
last
so
12 that we resubmitted back, they were, the amendments, they had the total ARC letter and it was bullet point going down the list of everything that was missing. So, going forward, we'll do that. We're just still learning, the process of what you guys want. But yeah, we've been trying to work each time something's been kicked back, trying to get what you guys need.
Well, again, on our reviews, it specifically tells you exactly what you need, and it specifically asks for a cover letter.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Yep.
I don't know how much more I can do on our end.
Right,
But
we understand
I
that,
think
and again, we did that in the last submission, we'll do that going forward. So as far as getting back to the median height, and
Yeah.
again, I think, Rob, you have every one of those, the median height for every building permit, but if we need to submit that to you guys, to the RPRC, we can do that as well. We didn't
You
know
just gotta
that.
answer the
Yeah,
cover
just-
letter from the RPRC with a cover
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah, look, if you
That's
just
it.
include it on the RPRC submission, fine. I think
Okay.
that's the easiest. But, okay, so here's what I suggest, or what I'd like the RPRC to do. I'd like us to vote and move these forward. Kevney, I suggest maybe you, me, and the town engineer have a discussion on what these site plan issues are. That's fine. I think that's reasonable. Let's figure that out.
Could
And then
we
in the
layer on Rob and Roland to that call? So it was, we could actually look through the resolutions to make sure what has been done and what shouldn't show up again type of thing?
We can, but the only thing that is outstanding, Kevin, is the AFFH stuff, so.
It's
there's
done.
nothing else.
Roland can confirm we have no obligations left there.
Okay, good. Okay, so. We've got 16 fieldstone, 18 fieldstone, 20, 22 fieldstone. 17, 19, 21 fieldstone, 23 fieldstone, and 2, 4, 6, 8 fieldstone. Did I say 24 already? No.
So you said 24, 26.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Can I make a motion to send all of those to the building department?
I'll second.
Yeah, I made that motion.
Yeah, she made that
And
motion.
then
I second.
Christopher second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so all
Thank
of
you.
those, yeah, will get processed. The future ones, if you want to keep coming in blocks or do them all at once, whatever you want, however you want to do it. But it's really the same, I've had the same comments from day one, and it's only like 4 comments other than the AFFH, because we've only seen 1 block of those, but we'll get through that. I'm not as concerned as you are, Kevney. If all that's done, we'll mark it off as done, and the building department's good to issue those.
That would be great. Do you think maybe you and I and Rob and Roland could jump on a call tomorrow, potentially, or Thursday? I really want to get ahead of this stuff for
Sure.
John and Kate.
Sure,
Okay,
sure,
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
okay. So, good, we made a lot of progress. We'll be in touch, guys, and at least all these are now good to go.
Fabulous. I